I always find it interesting, however direction the wind blows, I always seem to go with the flow. So I decided to do a quick story over in Hope, Arkansas, which is about, I want to say 10 or 15 miles away from where I'm currently located. So I'm leaving Texas. I'm on the Interstate 30 heading east. I get off at the exit here in Fulton, Arkansas, and I'm supposed to be going where that truck is driving right now over that bridge. And I'm about to make a left, and I see this roadside memorial, as you can see right here in front of you. And there's a big sign right there with a little girl's face on it. So I was curious to see what the story behind this was all about. So I walked up to the sign, and it says, "Rest in peace, sweet angel Malia Davis, 2015 to 2019, always in our hearts." So I looked up the story, and it is as sad as this memorial looks. We're gonna go back to April 30th, 2019. Now you have Malia Davis, I believe she has a younger brother. Her mother is dating a man by the name of Darian Vance. He's 28 years old at the time that this occurred. So the mother of Malia goes out of town, and she's supposed to be picked back up. Now, Darian picks her up and tells her that Malia is missing. She says, "What do you mean she's missing?" Well, he tells her a group of people jumped him, beat him up, and kidnapped her. Well, of course, the cops are called. They come to the apartment where they live, and the mother's going hysterical, going crazy, and the police are talking to Darian. They said, "What's going on?" He tells them the same story. "I was on my way to pick her up, and I got jumped by a bunch of people, and they knocked me unconscious, and when I woke up, Malia was gone." So this story sounds a little bit fishy to detectives. So they're grilling him about what these people look like, what time was it, where did this occur, so forth and so on. You got all of Houston talking about where is 4-year-old Malia Davis. So you go to May 11th of 2019, police arrest Darian Vance and charge him with tampering with a corpse. So I'm led to believe that they believe Malia is dead, but he's not saying anything. He's not telling them the truth. They take him to Harris County Jail, and he's just sitting there. They're asking him, "Where's this little girl?" I'm sure the mother's asking him, "Where's my daughter?" All of Houston and South Texas, they're wondering where this little girl is. But Darian's not talking. Now, one of the neighbors of the family where they lived in Houston in the apartment complex, one of the neighbors had a surveillance system, and their camera happened to be pointed in a direction of where their front door to their apartment is. So they run the tape back, and on April 30th of 2019, they see Darian with Malia going outside of the apartment. And the video picks up back again on May 4th. May 4th, they see something odd. They see Darian with Malia's little brother. They don't see Malia, but they see Darian holding a laundry basket with something inside of a plastic garbage bag. 2 weeks later, where I'm standing at right now, a roadside crew is cleaning up trash alongside of the roads right here. A couple of the guys on the crew, they smell something rotting, like something's dead, like a dead animal. And they see a black plastic bag where the smell is emanating from. Now, one of the guys, they asked the supervisor, what do you want us to do with it? And he says, just leave it. Now, he probably should have did his job and disposed of it, and then maybe, well, you know, it's probably a dead dog, a dead cat. Nobody wants to deal with it. Let nature take its course, whatever. So you fast forward a couple days later. Now it's May 31st, 2019. This girl has been missing for well over a month, and everybody wants to know where Malia Davis is. So local political activist Quanell X meets up with Darian in jail, and they have a heart-to-heart, a sit-down, man-to-man, one-on-one. And in that conversation, Quanell X is able to get what nobody else was able to get, and that is information on Malia's whereabouts. And Darian tells him that he left her body here in Fulton, Arkansas, off the side of the road, wrapped in a black trash bag. Homicide detectives jump on the first flight available, land in Texarkana, and take a car and come out here to this, now what is probably going to be a crime scene. And they find the bag, which is in the same area that it was. They go to the bag, they open it up, and they see a corpse of a little, what it looks like a little girl. By now it's beyond recognizable. They take the body to the Harris County coroner's office, and later they positively identify the body as that of Malia Davis. So Darian Vance is charged with tampering with a corpse and causing injury to a child. They did not charge him with her murder, I suspect, because they probably didn't feel that a jury would 100% definitively convict him on a murder that would have been difficult by that time to prove occurred. In the autopsy, they believe that Malia was asphyxiated, that somehow an object, whether he covered her mouth with his hand or something was shoved down her throat, that is how she died. And it took a couple years for him to be found guilty of both those charges, and he was sentenced combined to 40 years in prison. Now, he'll probably be eligible for parole, I'm guessing sometime in the mid-2050s. And there is no statute of limitation when it comes to murder. So I'm guessing that bare minimum, he's probably gonna have to do most, if not all, of the 40 years. They're gonna deny him parole every chance that he comes up for it. And he's probably gonna do the entire 40 years. And by then, maybe he'll be dead, or they'll just go ahead and charge him with the murder, and they'll rebook him, and then he'll do another few years in prison. By that time, he'll already be well into his 70s. Rest in peace. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm hitting the road. I'll see you later.